So I know that you guys already saw basically this for Vlogust, because that's when David was, or for a video in September. I'm not sure which anymore. It all runs together. But I kind of felt like I had to start off Vlogtober with a view of the front yard, just because David works so hard getting this like together, and I'm proud of it because he's proud of it. Not just because he's proud of it, because I really love it too, but I mean, like, I'm proud of how proud he is of it. And I don't know, it just looks, in my opinion, it looks so nice. Like, he did such a good job. It was very nice. I love it. He's got the second lanterns are up. I'm not sure if I did show you those yet. And we've got our pumpkins. Those are the two that we got. Like, that's mine and David's right here. Sorry, I had a brain fart. I don't know what's going on. His green one is actually yellow or oranging up, and then Damon's is sitting over there. We set it by the other post that used to be the mailbox post until the mailbox got moved over here. And then my yardsticks are all aglow. And then, so this is the way you would come in, preferably not tripping over pumpkins. And then we have Skelly over here, and the other skeleton that I have not yet named right here. I'd like to get another one for right here. Walmart sells them. I just haven't picked one up. And Damon and I both think that we need to get like some orange lights for the back of the archway. And then our ghosts need to get lit up, so we need to get on with that. And then this little lantern that's out of place and flickering over here is going in the backyard, which maybe I'll be able to show you guys the more of the backyard, because David's been working on that too. Skelly looks like he's got like a weird little collection going, but at night it just looks weird. That's the pumpkins, the mini pumpkins that we picked up. So yeah, that is our yard. And there's my really old pumpkin that I've actually took with me from my divorce years. He looks really creepy, even though he doesn't work anymore. He looks really creepy in the yard with my yardstick glowing on him. Yeah, so I'm gonna head inside because it's actually really cold and I just got back from work, so I will talk to you guys inside. But let the spooky season begin. Also, you knew that there had to be the countdown. When witches go riding and black cats are seen, 'tis 30 nights until Halloween. Spooky season is here, everybody. Hey, Damon.
Yeah.
What do you call a Frenchman wearing wearing a sandal?
I don't know what.
A Philippe flop.
Oh, ridiculous.
You know, you guys, Damon and I are actually very competitive about who laughs the most. I definitely laugh the most.
That one was bad.
I know. I tried to do I saw it on a Facebook reel, but I don't think I did it right. His was funnier. That one was a fail. But Philippe Flop was funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they can't all be good. All right. Have fun playing your game. Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? It is the first day, sorry, fixing my hair. It's the first day of Vlogtober 2022. When you guys did not have an upload. Those of you who have been around for the last year or two of the vloggy months, when you did not have an upload at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, my time anyway, my usual time, were you worried that I forgot about it? Because I almost forgot about it. I didn't forget about it like being a thing, but it snuck up on me, you guys. It snuck up on me. It's like all week at work, I knew what the date was, but it didn't fully register to me that October was in 4 days, in 3 days, in 2 days, in a day. Oh my gosh, October's at midnight. It just didn't click in my brain, even though I knew what date of the month it was. I don't know. So I suppose I can reveal what I have going on then, right? I know I like hinted at it and all that stuff. I think I did mention one of the things, which would be the 13 days of Halloween gift giving that I have, the gift exchange that I have. This year I am doing it again with Courtney from Fiber Fox Studios. Hi, Courtney. I hope you're watching. I think that the same thing may have happened with her, which is just time going by, because we've been talking back and forth like, oh, give me some ideas. What do you want? What do you think I should do? What do you think we should do this year? What should we do this like? And, you know, back and forth. I mean, you know, you guys who do like gift exchanges, I'm sure you know, like, what should we set the bar at for this? What should we set the limit at for this? You know, just different rules back and forth. And that is what we've been discussing and came to no conclusion at all. And I haven't heard anything otherwise from her to believe otherwise. So I'm pretty sure she's in the same boat. Like when I say, I'm going to be doing my majority of my shopping like this weekend and getting it out to her like speedy shopping or speedy express shipping, because I need her to get it before the last 13 days of the month. I am never this unprepared. I'm a Virgo. I don't do this. You know what I mean? I don't do this. But it just, everything snuck up on me. This is not like me. I'm just telling you right now. But that is one thing that I have coming. It'll be the last 13 days of the month. Also the last 13 days of the month, as long as it gets here. This one is not me losing track. This one is just beyond my control with the mail. When I said I have something coming and I needed to contact the seller because I bought it quite a while ago and it ships at a certain time, they actually happened to ship that day. Like I was recording like early in the morning, and then when I woke up to a shipping notification. So they shipped that day. But it's coming from England and there's no tracking. So I don't know, like when it gets here, basically. This person has done many sales, of these types. So I'm sure they know when they need to ship to get to like the US and stuff. I have full faith in that. So I'm assuming they knew, you know, barring something bad happening, that like, oh, if I ship it now, it'll get to her by then and all that good stuff. So, I mean, I'm sure that it's on its way, that it's coming and all that good stuff. But if you haven't guessed, I have an advent calendar for the last 13 days of Halloween. And it's Stranger Things themed. As excited as I was, it's not the same dyer either. There was a different dyer. At this exact moment, I was unprepared. So I didn't write down her name. But I will have it by the time I open it. I will have it to show you guys and tell you guys, and I'll link it and all that good stuff. I'll link her shop from Etsy. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I have something awful in my throat, which is bad because I have some talking planned for this video. Let me tell you what. Get a drink. I have a drink, but I'm already down to like here in it. So and this is my one pop a day, so I'm trying to postpone it. Anyway, but get a drink because I'm gonna be here for a minute if you stick around with me for today anyway. Maybe because I'm explaining everything, maybe because I'm already tired and I'm already chatty. Anyway, so it is an advent calendar. It is Stranger Things themed. It is a different dyer than the last time. What else can I tell you about it? It is 13 days. So hopefully it will make another, like a different awesome blanket. You know, I'm all about the blankets anyway, but I will have another, I believe it'll be another 12 minis and then a large size mini. And you know, I have been collecting up. I have multiple of the big size skeins. I have multiple of the upside down colorway from the Popeye guys, and I have multiples of the Madeline Tosh yarn, the Hero of Hawkins, Eddie Munson yarn, and I'm gonna wait till after Monday. Monday is a big day for me. I'll also talk about that. I think I have before, but I will talk about that in a little bit here. So I need to keep my bank account open, basically. But after I see how much I spend that day, I have another couple like splurges that I found, which will be some other Stranger Things related yarn. Because my hopes is I will be able to just get enough of each of these that whenever I have sets of Stranger Things yarn, they will be the connecting yarn for blankets or the border yarns for blankets. And I can just like bury myself in Stranger Things goodness. I don't care if they end up being the only blankets that I have. I care. 'Cause, that's what I have so many blankets, like not even just blankets that I've made. Like I have so many fall blankets from the store, blankets that I've gotten. I have some rescued from my grandma's house before her house was like cleared out when her and my mom, when my mom passed away, my grandma went to a home and now my grandma has passed on. But when her things got distributed, I have blankets that I rescued from her house, both handmade and not handmade. Just, I am like a creature of comfort. Like I will be at the like end of days during the apocalypse, I will be like this igloo ball of blankets and just comfort. That'll be me. I may die of starvation or die of zombie attack, but I will be swaddled in comfortable ball of cushy blanketiness, and I will be warm. So no, it doesn't matter if there's a nuclear winter. It's not going to penetrate the blankets. But anyway, so I have that coming. And I think that is the one that I was looking at where there's like, there might be a project bag coming with it that's themed with it. I hope so. That would be really exciting. We shall see. We shall see. Because I cannot remember. It was a very long time ago that I found it. You guys that get the specialty advent calendars know how early and in advance those things come up. And this was no exception. It's been up. It had been up and it's been sold out, I believe, for quite a while. So, like, it was definitely out before season 4 even started. And I think it was sold out before season 4 started. I think. I jumped on it, let me tell you. Like, I saw it, and it took me all of, like, till payday. I was like, I need this. I need it now. So, I will have that to open up also when it arrives. Yeah, I'm getting such a late start because Damon and I were at work tonight, and we actually closed everything down super early, like 3 hours early, because we had some maintenance done tonight, and we were the lucky winners who got to stay, which is fine because Damon just has like a lot of games and stuff on his phone, so he just literally like sat around playing games and things like that, waiting for the maintenance to get done. And I brought yarn and I worked on some crochet stuff, and we got paid to do that stuff, so not gonna complain. And then they ended up being done earlier. Like, we thought we were gonna meet the next shift there, and we ended up being able to just close the whole building down, which was actually pretty great. Yeah, that was nice, but we still were gone later than I thought later than we wanted to be, if that makes sense. We were gone pretty late. So I'm getting a late start because then, as I said, like, we were actually sitting there and I was crocheting and I was talking to him while he was playing his game or whatever, and I was like, oh, it's Vlogtober. I was like, we have to think of stuff right now for me to do right now. He's like, didn't you prepare? And I was like, I thought I did. Like, I knew the stuff that was coming, but what are you guys gonna do? Just sit here and listen to me talk about nothing? Like, we did that in September, right? So I'm gonna obviously, not today, because I didn't bring anything in here with me, because I knew I'd be doing a lot of talking, explaining everything. Like, I see on the camera, it's already 12 minutes in. So I knew this was going to happen. I'm sure you guys have to have known this was going to happen. But other days, like, I'm going to show you, obviously, the yarny things that I'm up to. And like I do with every vlog thing, like when I'm working on stuff, I'm going to show it to you. I'm kind of hoping to get some of like the ancient whips done this month. And some other projects started, maybe. I know I shouldn't start things, but like I kind of want to, so I can kind of maybe work on that during Vlogtober. We'll see. I know that at some point coming up soon, I have another yarn giveaway, so watch out for that. That'll be a separate video. Yeah, and the other like kind of segments that I have that I thought might be fun is I have two things, like talky things. Number one, I have written down in my lovely Stranger Things themed notebook that was made for me. Right here I know you can't read them, I'm just showing you. I have pages written down of, I have 31, so one for each day, different like fan theories, predictions, some of my own and some popular ones from the internet. You know, they're going to be Stranger Things on this show besides the yarn. So this is it. This is that portion. But my fan theory notebook, basically, I was going to pick one each day and discuss it. I did tell you I was going to do Stranger Things videos coming up. So this is kind of like a little taste of that, since I haven't actually done one yet. That, and I know some of you guys like it. I know a few of you guys are here because of Stranger Things content. So I'm trying to give yarny and Stranger Things content. So I'm going to pick one of those in just a second. And then the other thing, they won't always be from this book, because I have noticed several of these stories are pretty long, but I was, again, ill-prepared today. But I thought it might be kind of fun if, and I'll probably do it as the last thing in the video, so that if you guys are just not interested, don't care, or if it runs a little too long, you can just skip it and know that it's the last thing. Although if you want to stick around, I appreciate it, and that's pretty cool. But I thought I would do, and I'll try to keep them short. I will. If I don't think it's gonna, like, if even today's seems to run on too long, I will maybe just cut it midway and say to be continued tomorrow. Maybe that's even what I'll do if I do read more of these. But I have a book of short stories that is, this one is Haunted Travels of Michigan. And the one that I picked out is actually a town that's really close to me. But I thought it would be cool, whether it's from this book or not, if I tell you guys ghost stories. I was going to tell you some personal experience stories, and maybe I'll throw a few of those in if anybody's interested. But I just thought I would maybe read ghost stories to you. I thought it might be fun. And like I said, each chapter is a story in here, but some of them are not very long, and some of them are not only not very long, but they have like quite a few like pictures and things like that in here. So if you want to hear that, that'll be at the end of the video. Which I will get on with those two things now. I think that I've covered everything, and like I said, I don't really have any yarny things to show you because I didn't bring them in here. Do I have anything yarny? I don't right now. Oh, I will tell you what I think most of you probably already know, but what I am saving my money for Monday is that is when Lion Brand has announced that they haven't said, hey, we're loading our shop up with Stranger Things yarn or anything like that. But what they said was close to quote, Stranger Things are happening at Lion Brand October 3rd, which is Monday. So Heather is going to be refreshing the Lion Brand website like crazy. You know I have to get that yarn. I have to see it. I have to get it. I'm gonna want to get it. I can, like, unless it's like pictures of big ropes of yarn, like literally rope, I'm probably gonna want it. And frankly, if the label's really cool on the big ropes of yarn, I may still want it. Like I may still want them just for the collectability of it, even if it's something I won't use. Like just one, I mean. But if they look like something that I will use, we're gonna have a haul video, let me tell you what. But I already plan to, like, unless it just looks so disappointing that I'm gonna wanna like cry and curl myself into a burrito blanket of disappointment, I fully plan to order one of every single thing that I can, at least, and do a haul video and do some reviews and do some projects and do a whole big Stranger Things everything that I can think of with this yarn. So you'll have your yarny content galore, and Stranger Things themed. So just so you know, that is my plan. Got to get my hands on this yarn. I'm so excited. I literally I have already written to Lion Brand and everything, like expressing my excitement. Like they wrote me back already telling me like, thanks for my enthusiasm. They're probably like, okay, but you're a little crazy. Like, but I am a little crazy. How often is it, no matter what your fandom is, how often is it that your mega fandom crosses with your other love of yarn and Stranger Things for me? But like I imagine this is how Downton Abbey fans felt when, you know, they made, like Downton Abbey knitters felt when they made the Downton Abbey yarn. You guys remember that? They had like glitter in that and stuff, if I remember right. I know they had it at Meijer's, and I caught it when it was going on clearance, but that's like all that I saw of it. So I only saw a few colors of it. I really wish I had gotten some of that. That'd be pretty cool. I actually like that show. I didn't see the last movie because the first movie was, speaking as a fan, the first movie was not good in my opinion. So I did not see the second one that they just had. Damon even offered to go see it with me, and he suffered through the first one. And I mean suffered. I think the poor guy fell asleep. And I was even like, yeah, that's okay. That's all right. Anyway. So that is my big plans for Monday. I hope, well, it'll be the vlog for the 4th, but I hope that vlog is full of, oh my God, you guys, I just placed the biggest order in Lion Brand. We'll see. We'll see. I hope so. I hope so. All right. Now I'm going to get on with this. Stranger Things. I don't even know what to call this. Stranger Things theory time. Should I go in order? I feel like if I go in order, I'm going to be talking about the same character multiple days in a row. But I am going to start today with number 1 because it's one of my favorites ever. And like I said, don't forget, I am going to throw in some of like my own kind of theories, and some of my own theories are probably going to be worked into my fanfic. So like, honestly, talking to you guys about it is going to end up helping me out in the long run. Cause I know I told you guys in the, Froggin' Talkin' video that I just did. I know I mentioned that in November, I have my nano writing coming up, which is the like thousands and thousands and thousands of words, novel that people write during the month of November, and I am doing mine again on fan fiction, but I've written volume 1 already, which was pertaining to like pre and post season and season 1 and of Stranger Things. And this one is going to pick up where that left off. So it's going to be pre-season, season 2, season 2, and post-season, season 2. So talking to you guys about like fan theories and things like that will also help me like sort out things in my own brain, I'm sure, because during the month of October, I have to come up with a whole timeline for for this. So I'm already breaking into my pop, and I haven't even started with the ghost story. Okay, so the first one, so today's that I have for you, there's going to be spoilers too. Let me just say that. Sorry. I know I'm prolonging it. I'm excited. I'm nervous and excited. There's going to be spoilers. If you have not seen season 4, you probably want to skip this. But I did tell you guys, if you hadn't seen it after the first like month or so, I was going to talk about it. So sorry. I'm sure this is everywhere at this point. So like, I can't imagine there's anything I'm going to really say that's going to spoil it more than the rest of the internet has anyway. That being said, just in case you leave me now, thank you for stopping by, and you know that I love you, and I will have some yarn for you tomorrow. I promise. I can't promise. I will try to promise. I love you. If you're here for the Stranger Things stuff. Stranger Things theory for today. Number 1. Henry Creel, so Henry/1/Vecna, as our heroes like to call him, is Elle's dad. Okay, so the reason why, well, I don't have a reason why this is one of my favorite topics, but if you need catching up, if you're still here and haven't watched it, or if you just forgot somehow who Henry/1/Vecna is, he is basically this season's big bad. He is he's got so many names because Henry Creel was the kid who lived in the Creel house. You found out eventually that he was the orderly named Henry. That was in the lab when 11 was in the lab. You found out also that he was 001, so he was test subject 1, and he has tattoo and everything, and that he had fooled 11 into thinking that Brenner had like stimulated his powers just because he was punishing him and stuff, which, I mean, yes and no. He misled her because he basically wanted her to think he was a good guy and he just wanted to escape, and, you know, he was being tortured and everything. Yes, he was, and I'm sure he did just want to escape, but he didn't tell her, hey, I'm also this super evil dude, and my plan is to take over the world and or kill everyone, and so he totally fooled her into removing the little device that Brenner had on him, and when she did that, he went crazy. He killed everybody at the lab, except you do find out, spoiler, that Brenner lived through it, and he didn't kill 11, obviously, because the show has 11 in it. He wanted her to, like, kind of rule at his side, but she was like, no, and she fought him and opened up a portal and pushed him into the Upside Down, where he became Vecna. Backstory. Backstory complete, I think. Now, if you delve into the books, Suspicious Minds is about, like, Brenner and Hawkins' lab and everything that goes on there. And 11's mom, Terry Ives, the book says her ex-boyfriend, previous boyfriend, her man at the time, I forget his name. I want to say it's Steve something, but I could be very wrong. Anyway, not Henry is the point. It says that he's the father. However, we know a few things. Number one, we know that Papa doesn't always tell the truth, which is basically the main argument, right? If it serves Brenner's purpose to not reveal 11's father, then he's not going to do it. It isn't like it's been beyond him to fudge paperwork or to not put down details or anything, right? So I think it's possible. The timeline matches up. Apparently, she entered the program right when Henry would have been first taken, kind of, if you want to call it, taken captive with Brenner. And I believe people had worked that math out that Henry would have been 18 and Harry would have been, there was a bit of an age difference, 22 maybe. But I mean, still pretty close, right? Henry seemed to have a fondness, obviously, for 11. Now, whether it was because he felt she was the easiest to manipulate or not is different. It wasn't because she was the only girl. It wasn't because she was the youngest. It wasn't because she was the smallest, because none of those things were true. 17, I think 13 or 17, one of the teens, because there was numbers higher than 11. He was definitely smaller, and he was definitely younger than Elle. There was other girls, because when Elle was getting in that memory where she was getting beat up, there was 2 girls and 2 boys, so there was other girls. So he didn't, like, single her out for any reason that to me would be obvious. He definitely just shared some kind of bond with her, and he had knowledge about Terry that maybe he would have known about her coming in, and, like, the scene where she came in and, like, right before Brenner fried her brain and stuff, with the electrolysis and stuff. But in theory, Henry was in a test lab somewhere at that point, or off being an orderly at some point, one or the other. So would he have known exactly what she did? Because he had some pretty good like knowledge on the subject. He seemed to know Terry's steps and Terry's, you know, a woman entered the lab, you would have known her. She looked like this, blah, blah, blah. You know, like he was very well informed. So it's possible is all I'm saying. And I personally lean towards it. I like that. Also, one is so powerful. Obviously, like he was the first one. And in theory, we have other theories about that too, but that's a different day. One is so powerful, and 11 is so powerful once she unlocks her full potential that it makes sense that he passed his power along to her. There's people that think Terry also had powers. She kind of did. I mean, like 11 knew she wanted to communicate with her, and she made the lights flash at her house when her sister thought it was just the power all the time, like going on the fritz and everything. It was definitely Terry. So people think that once she enrolled in the program and Brenner saw potential with her, like she may not have had a lot of power, but she definitely was an adult person coming in who had power to unlock. So here's Brenner looking at that and then going, I have my strongest powered test subject right here. I'm going to hook them up. Is that really beyond possibility that Brenner would have done something like that? I know I'm an advocate for Brenner. I know that I always say he's kind of misunderstood and everything else, but let us also not forget that I like a villain. I love a good villain. I'm not going to for 1 second pretend that Brenner has always, especially in the past, had the best of heart, the best interests of the humankind, you know, human race, the best interests of Terry or one or little 11, big 11, unborn 11. I'm not going to pretend that he had their best interests at heart his entire life. I think all of this is very possible. So what do you guys think, I guess, is the point of this discussion? What do you guys think? Are you on board with that? Do you think that he could have fathered 11? Can you think of any other reasons that would make sense to support that theory, or any like hard evidence besides the obvious fact that, like I said, Brenner did list the boyfriend at the time, or the ex-boyfriend at the time or whatever, as the father. But also, I believe in Suspicious Minds, they did say that he was not present, meaning like he had never been around or in her life, so he had already kind of like disappeared. So very easy to make up somebody, Dr. Brenner. Very easy, especially in the 70s, you know, as compared to now. I mean, like, you could just write down, you know, Joe Blow. Yeah, it was just Joe Blow. That was the boyfriend. That was the dad. There's that. So I'm just saying. Be right back. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that the audio didn't go wonky because I saw the sound change over. Or not the sound change over. I saw the recording change over after it hit the 33-minute mark, which also tells me I have been talking a long time. I'm sorry, this is going to be the longest Vlogtober. I'm really happy that a lot of you guys said you like hearing me talk. That's all I have for the theory. But like I said, I do want to know what you guys think. If you think it could be true, or what, like just what you think about it. I love to open up all the conversation doors right now for any of these theories. Like when I talk about them, even if you think they're ridiculous, like, I mean, let's be nice, obviously. Like, please don't just like call me an idiot for because some of these theories, some of them I'm not going to agree with. and I will obviously tell you why. Some of them are my own like theories or hopes or dreams or whatever they may be, and I'll tell you why. But you know, let's be nice and talk about it. But yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so that is that. Now, again, if you are not interested in hearing the beginning of this lovely story that I have picked out, actually, 7 in the morning, sleepy Heather is here, editing Heather, and I was just going to say I was thinking about this, and the story that I was going to read is actually, since I was not prepared, is from a book. So I think that actually falls under copyright because it's not, it's published. So I'm not so sure about reading it. So I think I am re-editing this as I go to bed. So no story tonight. If you guys want stories, let me know and I'll do them tomorrow. Shorter ones than I had anyway because it was super long. This video was like an hour and a half long when I was uploading it, so it's probably for the best. Yeah, I'm gonna get that edited and uploading so I can go to bed because I have a full work day today. My bad. And I'll plan a better one anyway, and like I said, a shorter one, so my bad. But yeah, if you think that's a good idea, then let me know. And I'll talk to you later. So this will probably be the actual outro for the video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys are having an amazing start to October, and hopefully you join me for the rest of October, even though this was like a rocky start. And you know that I love you, and I'm excited for spooky season. I hope you guys are too. All right, I love you guys. Bye and good night.